And let's analyze the nose. So the nose is, the bottom of the nose can be drawn with 3 circles. And leave a little room up here for the bridge of the nose and the center part called the dorsum. So the tip of the nose is a larger circle. And then intersecting it on both sides are your nostrils. They're 2 smaller circles like that. Okay, so that's just the general structure of the nose. And then at the bottom of this structure here, you could follow the bottom edge of the circles and then the bottom edge of this. Like that. I like to put a little bit of a pointy curve, if that makes any sense. And it could have a flat bottom. That's your dorsum. Okay. Okay, so that's your dorsum, and that's the lower part of your nose. This larger circle is the center part of your nose. That includes the tip of your nose, which is called the apex. And this is your ala. Your ala is the skin around your nostrils. And then you have your nostrils, the holes. And the nostrils can be below here, actually, or be right on the line. I'm drawing like a little teardrop shape, a sideways teardrop shape. And what I mean by that is like a shape like that for the nostrils. And then I'm going to wrap this curve, just extend it a little bit below that so that there is skin below the nostrils like that. Just wrap it around so there's a little bit of skin there. Okay? The bridge of the nose is going to look like this. Kind of 2 lines that get closer together toward the top. Like that. And I like to kind of flare it out like that. So that's the general shape of the nose. When I'm shading my nose, I use diagonal lines that come out from those 2 lines that form the dorsum, which is the center part of the nose, and the bridge is up here actually between the eyes. The area right between the eyes, that part only is the bridge of the nose. This down here is the dorsum. Okay, I like to also put, where this line is, I like to put a little shading there sometimes. Maybe not, I don't know. It doesn't always look, it kind of gives you a button nose, so maybe I'll remove that. But I definitely want to keep this like a curve down here, like that. Now you're going to see this nose form very, very quickly. With the paper towel, I'm just going to blend the shading on the side. Make it look a little softer. Okay, I'm going to take the paper towel and from this little curved area here, I'm going to extend the shading downward. I'm going to shade the nostrils, both nostrils, so that they look a little darker than the center portion of the nose. And I'm going to put a little bit I'm going to extend some of this shading here from this curve. And just kind of connect it to the dorsum, like that. Boom, you're almost done. The inside of the nose, right at the top of this line, should be darker, and as I go down, I kind of fade the shading. The nostril should not be black, or it's going to look like, you have like soot or coal up your nose, coal dust. I'm going to take my eraser, and I'm just going to erase out just a little bit of this beautiful reflected light right below where the shadow started for the septum. This is the septum, the lower part of your nose. And just gonna rub the shading out here. Like that. I'm gonna put a little bit of highlight at the top of the ala here. And just a tiny bit on this side, because let's say this is the light is coming from the up, like in front and to the right. So just think about the direction of light, where your light is coming from. Maybe make this shadow on this side of the nose just a little bit lighter. And I'm just using the paper towel to pick up some of that shading. And if that's still too light, then you can always use your kneaded eraser to lighten it up even more. Okay, so that's how you draw your nose. So this part right down here is the septum, S-E-P-T-U-M. The skin of the nostrils is called the ala. The hole is nostril. Okay, this up here is the bridge of your nose. And this is the dorsum. D-O-R-S-U-M, the dorsum. And that is how to draw a nose. Just study your own nose, and it's going to be a variation of that. You're either going to have smaller nostrils, a smaller center, bigger nostrils, bigger center. If you have like a more bulbous nose, everybody has such unique different shaped noses. So remember, when you are shading the nostril, make sure it's darker, like deeper in the nose, and as you come out toward the bottom, make the nostril just a little bit lighter. Like that. And then make sure that the skin wraps around the bottom of the nostril a little bit. And then here's the ala, and then of course here's the side of the nose here. And this is all done with shading in here. So really, it's just the shading. Shading really makes the nose. Really does. It's just really hard to draw a line, draw a couple lines, and draw a nose, because it's just going to look like really flat. Okay, I'm coming to a stopping point, and I could continue on with drawing the nose and the face, then the lips, then the ears. And, you know, there's so much more.